Shark Tank Brazil has been a great success, especially on the internet where cuts of the show are posted on YouTube. The premise of the show is simple. Entrepreneurs present their ideas to a group of businesspeople and investors, known as sharks, and those who can captivate with their proposals of innovative ideas may receive a significant investment to boost their businesses. But as you may have already seen, the sharks do not always believe in the ideas presented to them, and often discard a good portion of the businesses. Most of the discarded companies are not really a good opportunity, but a small portion goes unnoticed by the discerning eye of the investors and ends up becoming a huge success after the show. But what are these companies? What do they sell and how did they manage to become successful even without the help of the sharks? Welcome to the Visionary Businesses channel, and in today's video you will learn about 3 companies rejected by Shark Tank that turned into billion-dollar companies and certainly caused some regret in the investors to this day. But before we start, hit like if you enjoy the theme of this video, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Bubble Mixt Tea. The number 3 company on this list is Bubble Mixt Tea, a brand specializing in the production of drinks such as iced tea and coffee. The main focus of the company is on implementing kiosks mainly in shopping malls, where they attract the eyes of customers with their unique product. The drinks offered by the company aim for taste as well as visual appeal with strong and vibrant colors that attract consumers. Established in 2012, Bubble Mixt Tea was founded by 3 partners who had the idea after a trip to Taiwan, where the product is quite common. Noticing that at the time there was nothing similar in Brazil, the entrepreneurs decided to implement the business model in the country. In 2017, the founders went to Shark Tank Brazil in search of an investment of 200,000 reais for 10% of the company's stake, which put the market value of the business at 2 million reais. When Bubble Mixt Tea was presented on the show, the company already had 7 franchises in some shopping malls, but the partners wanted to expand the brand even further. Of the 5 sharks, only João Apolinario showed interest in the business, as the others claimed that the company could not be very successful due to the fact that it had only one product, and they were looking for ventures that offered greater diversification. The only proposal offered to the entrepreneurs was made by João Apolinario, who offered half of what was initially requested, offering 200,000 reais for a 20% stake in the company. However, the owners of Bubble Mixt knew the real value of their business and made a counteroffer to the shark, offering 25% of the company for 400,000 reais. After intense negotiations, the entrepreneurs and João Apolinario agreed on 300,000 reais for 25% of the company. Despite having made a deal on the show, an interesting fact about Shark Tank is that the majority of the deals made in front of the cameras do not proceed afterwards, and the reasons are numerous. Sometimes the sharks analyze the businesses in more depth and back out of the proposal, as in some cases the companies are not exactly what was discussed on the show. But in the case of Bubble Mixt Tea, it was the business owners who reconsidered the proposal and decided to reject João Apolinario's money. Although it may seem crazy at first, the owners of Bubble Mixt managed to maintain the business even without the sharks' investment, and currently the company has become a franchise with 80 stores spread across 10 Brazilian states. The business was even awarded in 2020 and 2022 with the Seal of Excellence in Franchising, and it is certainly a company rejected by Shark Tank that has been hugely successful after the show. Chef Bob. The Rio de Janeiro company, Chef Bob, is at least unusual, but has been gaining more and more market space over the years. The main product of the company is natural food for dogs. The pet market has been growing increasingly in Brazil, and along with it comes the need for more suitable food for pets. The business idea emerged when Bob, the family dog of Matheus Liderio, the company owner, needed a more balanced diet after some health problems, and in 2016 he decided to present his idea on Shark Tank. The entrepreneur proposed to the sharks a 20% stake for 150,000 reais, an investment that would be used to expand his operations and offer the possibility for more dogs to try a healthier diet. The company pleased the investors initially, and received various compliments from the sharks. But the problem is that none of them were interested in the business and none even made a counteroffer to Matheus. The main point highlighted by the sharks was about the logistics part of the business, where it would be extremely complicated to expand operations to other states. Chef Bob left the show with an apparent failure, but that was not enough for the idea to die. Currently, Chef Bob offers natural food for dogs and cats and is present in 5 Brazilian states, with physical stores throughout the southeast, as well as in Porto Alegre. The company also has a strong presence on the internet, where through their website it is possible to place orders throughout their area of operation, as well as for Curitiba and the Federal District. The company's actual turnover is not disclosed, but what we can analyze is that the company, which operated only in Rio de Janeiro in 2016, is currently expanding its operation to various parts of Brazil. Thus, we can say that the Sharks missed a golden opportunity in the pet market, and that the logistics problem that existed at the time of the program was solved, causing the company to grow exponentially in recent years. But what about you? Would you invest in a brand of natural food for dogs and cats? Or would you have an opinion similar to the Sharks and miss out on this opportunity? Leave your opinion in the comments, I would love to know. In first place on our list is a company that didn't necessarily create an innovative idea, but brought to Brazil a product that is hugely successful in Europe, and decided to present its business model on Shark Tank. Fight-Chips. Fight-Chips is a company created in 2013 by the entrepreneur Hermes Bernardo, who was inspired by a traditional English dish, fish and chips, which are breaded fish fillets with potato chips. The dish is served in virtually all English restaurants and pubs, being considered a true classic there. Identifying the opportunity, the entrepreneur brought the idea to Brazil, and in 2019 presented his company on Shark Tank in search of an investment of 300,000 reais for 20% of the company. At the time, the business had some flaws in its franchise model, causing some investors to lose interest. But João Apolinario and José Carlos Semenzato decided to make a counteroffer to the owner of Fight-Chips. The Sharks offered 300,000 reais for 40% of the company, which would comprise 20% for each investor. The deal was closed on the show, and it seemed that the future of Fight-Chips would be highly promising. The problem is that after the airing of Shark Tank, Apolinario and Semenzato analyzed the business better and decided to redo their proposal for a value lower than what they had offered previously. The change in value did not please Hermes Bernardo, who rejected the Sharks' proposal and continued alone in an attempt to expand his fish and chips franchise. But Fight-Chips was already destined for success, because in the same year that it was presented on Shark Tank, and rejected by the Sharks, it was hailed as the cheapest franchise to invest in by Pequenas Empresas, Grandes Negocios magazine. After participating in the program, the entrepreneur continued his expansion project, and Fight-Chips was a huge success, mainly due to two factors. The product became popular and the investment in a franchise is relatively low, while also offering high profitability. You see, the average value to open a franchise of the company is around 120,000 reais, while the revenue varies between 30,000 and 50,000 reais per month. Currently, the company is present in 5 Brazilian states and already has 25 stores between those of the entrepreneur himself and partner franchisees. Without a doubt, Fight-Chips was another one of the companies rejected on Shark Tank that is on its way to becoming a billion-dollar brand in the next few years. Even though many companies receive investment on Shark Tank Brazil, many go unnoticed and can become very successful brands in the future. The thing is that as experienced as the Sharks are, they can't predict the future and be sure that a business they rejected might become a billion-dollar company later. But what about you? Would you invest in any of the ideas rejected by the Sharks? Or would you look for another opportunity? Leave your opinion in the comments, and also let us know which company you would definitely invest in, even if it is not among these 3. Thank you very much for watching this far, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Also, check if you're already subscribed to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any updates here on Visionary Businesses. A big hug and see you in the next video.